brothers and sisters in Christ. Fast is 30 minutes in broadcast. And y'all know what to do right quick. Call them up and say hello. It's time to live again. Well, I'm your host, Prophet Johnson. A lot is happening in the world and in the land today. There seems to be a delay coming forth with the, I guess you can say, rendering of mankind, or whatever you want to call it. Seems like everything is just slowing down and taking its time. And at the same time, things are moving at breakneck speed. We're in a warp time of space-time continuum, along with Star Trek. You know, they're going to beam me up really this time, Scotty. You know what I mean? And so, many of us are really missing something here. You see. We're really missing something. Because when what they called a revelation hits you, when you really receive what God called, what they call a revelation, when you receive something that is out of this world, when you finally get to a point to where your eyes come open, where I was blind, now I see. That's when all hell is going to break loose. Folks truly have no idea. God, help us all. That many, and I could not see it, God knows, I could not. Oh, help us, Jesus. You know? But many have no idea that they are really walking blind. Don't you know that God wants you to laugh? God wants you to really enjoy life. And many times we won't see it because God is going to see the heathen in derision, confusion, and he's going to laugh. When you get the revelation of just laugh, and as so many preachers done preached all over the world, and so many folks done prophesied and followed the messages of others, God gonna make you laugh, just laugh, the book, happiness and laughing, and laugh this and laugh that. I'll get to the word when I get to the word. Don't rush me with the word. I'm dealing with something that I want to share with you. But since y'all want to rush me, I'm not going to tell you right now. I want you to think of what it means to get a revelation to when God really make you laugh. Once you really get that, you're going to see something you hadn't seen before. I give y'all time to go and whatever, think about it. Welcome to the fastest 30 minutes. I just spent a whole lot of time talking about something that's so very important. And let's go back to the book of Malachi. The joy that I give the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Malachi was rough a little bit on the last time. And so I know that many of you couldn't believe the truth of just hearing how tough Malachi is. But this is what they don't want to tell you. There's only one thing they want to teach you out of Malachi, and that's coming in chapter number 3. And it's going to be verse number 10. The only thing they want to teach you out there is bring some money to the church. That's all they want to teach you in Malachi. They don't want to tell you how God going to throw some boo-boo in your face. Oh, no, they don't want to tell you that, how he going to laugh at you. You better get the revelation this and stop hanging around with all them church folks and messing up, thinking you got something with a whole bunch of church folks. You ain't got nothing with a whole bunch of church folks. You good to go to church, but you got to know you are the church, okay? You're the church. Okay, here we go. The church is in you. You're not in the building. I'll be glad when y'all get that revelation. Here it is. Israel is unfaithful. We dealt with this. And we're not going to go through this again on today. All right? We're just going to go through this. God declares in verse number 1, Malachi chapter number 2, I want you preachers to listen. God said, unless you take it to heart, I'm going to send a curse and it's going to curse your blessing because you're hard-headed and won't listen. And then God said, I'm going to go head on and get a little bit of those bad word things that I said the other day, and I'm going to throw that in your face, and you can go sit down somewhere because I am God. I'm going to cover you with your own boo-boo that you boo-booing out of your own donkey. You understand, ass. Here we go. And you shall know that this commandment, you shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, the Levitical priesthood. You'll see a lot of that in the book of Hebrews over there. In the New Testament, my covenant was with him, life in peace. So God's saying, look, I know what I want to have with you. I know the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Why? Because I'm going to give a Christ-type representation, but we don't want to listen to this because the law of truth was in his mouth. We talked about the law of truth. What if we really could have a law of truth and justice? See, I'm wasting my time rushing through this. The law of truth, my brothers and sisters in Christ, a law of truth. Think about it. Think about it. See, that's what you're going to do when you deal with God. I don't have time for that. I really don't. Boy, I tell you what. And but now this is where we're going to hurry up and get started here. In verse, the law of truth and equity and equality is in everything that is right is in him. Verse number 7. The book of Malachi, chapter number 2, for the priest's lips shall keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth. Remember, I talked about this a little bit the other day. When the congregation, when the people come, they need wisdom, they need leadership, they need judgment. They need to know how to make sound decisions. And pastors, you got it all the time. You get it all the time, especially in the Catholic Church. You go there and talk to the priest standing behind the booth. Listen to your message, dressed up like God, but ain't nothing but the devil. And you sit there and you tell him, oh, pastor, I'm trying to get a little house on the corner of White Wall Street. And then again, I want to make sure that I can make a while ahead, and I need a job. My children this, and my husband this, and my wife this, and so you go and tell all your secrets, right? Well, let me tell you something. Your pastor is supposed to be like the CIA. Your pastor is supposed to be like the secret government agent of this world. And they're supposed to take all of your hurt and your pain, your information, your down, your ins, your out. He's your counselor. They are your counselors. Not only pastors, but you got men of integrity like Moses had. You got women of integrity. Not a bunch of gossiping heifers and a bunch of gossiping bastards sitting in the church and hoe-hoppers that's listening to your secrets. So they are supposed to be men and women of integrity that pray. See, that first lady, if she's really a first lady, you're first. And she take your prayers straight to God, not to the public. If he's really a man of God, he is going to take your problems, your situation, and not spread it in the street and not get on the telephone, but he's going to drop down on his knees and he's going to send it to the Lord in prayer. And that's when you know that you got a real leadership. Somebody that can bring it to the Lord in prayer, and then you get results out of it. But instead of doing that, you go to church, and the next thing you know, Ball and Lucille and all the rest of Jack and Jill looking at you cross-eyed, looking at you funny. Folks all sitting back, playing the church game, know that you're about to be put out of your house, but you can find it in the pastor. You see, apostles, you talk about 1 cent. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You run from church to gather money. Your job is to take the pastors, the prophets, gather them, and teach them how to walk, to live holy before the Lord. Your job is to teach them how to love the people, to walk in integrity, to keep a good name in the streets. Your job is to set the example. Bishops too. And we want to sit back and talk this gospel. How to be the example of that man of God. Your job is to teach them to walk in love, how to pray, how to go see the people. Your job is to accompany and to back them up in the deepness and the hurt and the pain of their life. Not to go down there every other month with a revelation from God to pimp and to prostitute and to set up pastors' appreciation and to show first ladies glory and to dance and to shout and to get money just to leave and come again. Folks, you've been so misled. Y'all have been so misled. Just like I was. You see, pastors, you better look at them people you're preaching to. Look at them! Feel what they feel! You see, good or evil, pro or con, truth or a liar. Take that liar and listen to his lies. Take that manipulator and listen to him. Take that whoremongering, sleeping brother and sister and listen to him. Take that person that wants to live with another species just like them, female to female, man to man. Listen to them! And you take them to the altar of God. You sing the song, take it before the Lord in prayer. Go! Tell it on the mountain. Over the hills and everywhere you do that. You don't tell it. You see, to God. And you pray for his results. And let them learn by the example of living. You live it, let them learn it. They say God gonna make you laugh. They say just laugh. If I can remember after I decide to read something, if I read anything, then I give y'all your revelation. Do you know what it means to get a revelation? Really, do you know a revelation from God? A revealing, an unfolding, an apocalypse. You really want an eye-opening experience from God? You really want that? Okay. I'm going to remember one thing. I want you to remember one thing. I want you to remember one word. This is not a topic. I just want you to remember laugh. You don't even know what it means, do you? You do it all the time. Y'all still probably not getting this. When I show you what laugh means really, no dictionary. With what God showed me, some of y'all will not be able to sleep for the rest of this night. And some of y'all is going to say, oh my God. And some of y'all is going to laugh for the rest of your life. But that's not for you right now. Oh me. Where am I? Here it is. We're in Malachi chapter number 2. Let's move on from here, okay? For verse number 7, for the priest's lips shall keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth. That's what I just got to talking about. I don't want to talk about that no more, pastors. Okay? But you are departed out of the way, because you won't keep the law, you won't shut your mouth, you want to tell everybody. I don't have no time for that. Church members, let me tell y'all something. Do you think your pastors are not talking about you to other folks? Pastors, do you think your church members are not talking about you to other people? Y'all talking about each other and don't even know it. You have no idea. You have no idea. You really don't have no idea, people. I'm telling you. I don't care who talking about me. I don't care what they say about me. As long as I get this money, as long as God doesn't bless me, as long as me and my children fat, pretty, blessed, as long as I got a television show, as long as my children got limousine, yachts, and houses, and $1 million, and this and that I done got from everybody else, I done preached the gospel too. It's something to brag about. What sedity folks gave you, what poor folks gave you, how God blessed you when you suffered and suffered from the projects, how you walked the hills of the Carolinas and the Virginias and the deltas of Alabama and Mississippi. You did it all right. Even hit California and New York, right? My God. God help you. But you are departed out of the way. You have caused many to stumble at the law. You have corrupted the covenant of Levi, the holy sanctuary of God, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible. I made you like you are, like you made me. You want to mess me up? God said, okay, I'll go out there and make you the same way that you want to make me look. It based before all the people. He'll let it happen. That's all there is to it. Folks, I don't have no time for this. According as you have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. You did whatever, you took whatever you wanted from God and did it your way. Remember, this is a Burger King Christianity. Do you hear me? Let me tell you something. Let me share this with you. You go and you really pray to God. I can't go into detail. And and the devil come in and bring you something, and you think it's God. And you really think you got something. You really think you got something. Brothers and sisters in Christ, hear me. You go and you pray and ask God to do this or that. You better watch out and make sure it's not the devil bringing you the prayer that you prayed to God for. Wait a minute now. You best hear me. You best hear me. Because the enemy will come in to trip your heart first, bringing it, but it's not the first. It is the second that God is going to answer. So the enemy will bring in a test first to trip you up, to receive what he has brought in as a wolf in sheep clothing, to throw you off from the blessing that you really prayed for. Show you how it works. Here it comes. Here it comes. Brother, you pray, Lord, I just need a good woman in my life. Sister, you pray, God, I just need a good man in my life. Well, guess what? The devil heard the prayer, so here's what he do. He sent a manipulator and a deceiver and a liar to bring you a lookalike match-up prayer. So he bring this person in, and you're like, oh, wow, God answered my prayer. And the Lord like, no, I got another one coming. It's number 2. It's not number 1, it's number 2. And you're like, oh, well, something ain't working with number 1, and I'm just trying to make it fit, but something ain't right about this, and it's just something off, and something ain't right, and just ain't right, and just ain't right, but I'm trying to make it fit because I believe it's God. And you hook up with number 1, and come to find out you live your life thinking you got something. You think you got something. You think you got a man. You think you got a woman. You think you got something. And everybody else looking at you and laughing and saying, you ain't got nothing. They all looking and they laughing and they say, families, in-laws, outlaws, people in the street, they say, you ain't got come to find out number 2 gone now. Because number 2 done went and found what's really right for her or him that you missed. Because this was really the real man, woman of God, or whatever. And then come to find out, guess what you got? What you got is nothing but a leech, a parasite sent from Satan to use you, to suck you, to drain you, to dry you up, to kill you, and to eliminate, and to bring you down. And when it's all said and done, when the enemy get through with number 1, he said, "You finished, man. You finished, girl. Pack it up. He'll wrap them up. Zip, pull them out. And guess what? Give them to another dog. Bow, wow, wow. Yippee, yowdy. Yippee, yay." Just talking to dogs. You see how life works? The reality of truth. You're battling. Don't even know it. Remember what I told you when I said laugh. You don't want that revelation. Not with what God finally showed me. You don't want it. Prophet Johnson, I wish I could help. Please tell me. Please tell me. You'll never have to buy another book. You'll never have to read another story. I might tell you in a minute. God said, "You was the devil, so I made you the devil." Verse number 10, Malachi, "Have we not all one Father? Have not God created us? Why do we deal treacherously, every man against his brother, by profaning the covenant of our fathers?" You know, you make your ancestors look bad. You know, we got to fight each other, right? Hatred and racism. Y'all don't want to talk about that. You know what? See, I got a revelation. It's called laugh, but you don't have it yet. And you may get it. You may get it before you die. I hope you do. Most people never do. Most people die and never get it. God gave it to me, and it scared me so bad until I was in shock. I was in shock. I woke up like a zombie. He scared me so bad. I said, "Oh my God, I'm in trouble." The Lord said, "Oh, he said, you got it." But see, black, white, yellow, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. See, folks, okay, listen, have we not all one Father? Have not one God created us? We'll pick it up tomorrow night. Maybe I'll get a chance to give you some laugh before we close here and let you think about that. And we're in Malachi chapter number 10. We'll start to finish. Have we not all one Father? Have not God created us? Now, Christians, right? Black, white, yellow, brown, Mexican, Chinese, 45 voters, evangelicals, Ku Klux Klan. Come on now, we're Christians, remember? Catholic, Protestant, we're all Christians, right? That's what y'all call yourselves, right? Here it comes. Oh, we not all one Father? Have not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother? Why do they lie and cheat and steal from the schoolhouse, the government, the mechanics, the doctors, the lawyers, judges? Why do they steal money? Why is a certain race of people put down species, all this and that? And I'm laughing so hard. By profaning the covenant of our fathers, by messing up the covenant, making our ancestors, just making them look back, don't care nothing about what Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Melchizedek, what they all did for you and everything. Prophet Johnson, I'm waiting on laugh. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not waiting on laugh nothing. You're not waiting on laugh nothing. You're not waiting on nothing. Okay? Let me give you a sneak preview of it, and we can close on out. Captain, give me this last minute. Now, you listen to me, brothers and sisters in Christ. God spoke something to me, and he showed something. He showed me something. He put something in me. He said, do you know what it means to laugh? And to laugh at the enemy, and to laugh because the heathen is in derision, and to laugh at those that hate you. He said, you don't know what it means to laugh, do you? He said, let me tell you why you laugh. He said, you laugh because they can't get what you got. That's just the start. You got one problem. You don't know what you got. God don't say, laugh at everything they ever took or stole. Laugh! You missing it. You missing it. Because they can't be who you are. You don't understand. They want you. You'll get it later. To fail at everything in life. God saying, no. When I show you, this is it, Captain. In closing, when I show you this, don't mess up. The reason the devils are mad at you is because they can no longer control you. So laugh. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Laugh. Bye.